Once again, is Mshamba Marekani. Welcome to All Topics Considered podcast.
Sexual market value. How desirable are you in the eyes of a person of the opposite sex? In this case, I'll be talking about the women's sexual market value. I'm going to be referring to it as SMV. So what is it? What happens to a woman's SMV? A woman's sexual market value can only be told by men, and even when it's told by men, you have to understand that it can be subjective, because for me, the way I look at a woman, if I see a woman, let's say we are using a rating scale, the scale is 1 to 10, so I might give a woman a 7. That same woman, another guy might say she's a 9. It's how other people see you, and it's subjective. A woman's sexual market value can only be told by men. A woman's sexual market value, she gets it when she is born. A woman's sexual market value is dependent on many things. For example, when a woman is within the weight requirement for her height, her sexual market value is high. The more a woman goes past her weight and height requirement, her sexual market value diminishes. It goes down. A woman's sexual market value goes up the more a woman is able to control her weight or keep her weight in check. So for those of you women listening to me, the raw truth is, if you're able to check your weight, your sexual market value is going to stay up. If you're moving from a higher body size to a smaller body size, you're going to realize men paying you more attention. It's gonna help you. For those women who love to be told the truth, I know there's a lot of people who have a problem with the truth. So in this case, I am talking to those women who desire to be told the truth. So women, if you're moving from a higher size to a lower size, that is your weight in relation to your height, this is going to significantly help you. Men are going to start treating you differently. It doesn't matter even if your face is average, but it's going to help you. So you have to understand about the sexual market value. When it comes to the sexual economics, you have to understand that most relationships, heterosexual relationships, they are based on a market formula. And this market formula is where the women are sellers and the men are buyers. A woman's most important resource is her sexual market value. I want you guys to understand this. I know it might sound like objectifying of women, but this is the raw truth. It is the reality in the world. It's a marketplace, and I'm sure you have seen this. In a market, if you're going to get something, let's say you're going to a dealership, you're looking to buy a very high-end vehicle. For example, you want to buy a Lamborghini. The person, the buyer who has a lot of money, is the one who is going to be the buyer who has a lot of money is the one who is going to be sold the Lamborghini. In the relationship, you can always say this for yourselves. A majority of men with the most beautiful women are those who have money, and the most beautiful women are the ones who have men who have money. So it's a market. No matter what people try to say to make it look like we shouldn't do this, it shouldn't be like this. Women are not objects. Reality on the ground is it's a marketplace where the woman with the highest sexual market value links up with the guy who has the most money. It's a trade-off. I'm just simplifying this one. Very simple view of how men and women relate. It's a marketplace. Now, that being the case, we can say that a woman's value is tied to her sexual value, which means a woman's highest value to men is her sexual value. When a woman is more valuable, she is in a more pristine state. By state, I mean, you guys understand, by state, existence. Men, they do not care whether a woman is funny, whether a woman is educated. They do not care for none of that. Men care about how valuable is the woman sexually. I'm sure some of you out there are going to be disagreeing with me. It's okay. I am using nature. What I'm saying is based on the reality on the ground. Sometimes in life, what we see, the things we see, is not what we agree with, but is the reality. Everybody would want a perfect world, but that's not the case. There is a perfect world in the real world. Men only care about sexual market value of women. The other things men care about is health. Health will be tied to the sexual market value in that the more you're increasing in size, the more you're highly putting your health at risk. The other one men pay attention to is the age and how feminine is she. Men are repelled by masculine women. Like poles never attract. So if a woman is masculine and men are naturally masculine, they are going to repel. But if a woman is feminine, definitely most men will be drawn towards them. So those are few of the qualities that appeal to men. So women out there, a lot of women lie to themselves that all I need to do is focus on education, get a good career, and this is going to boost the sexual market value. No, women, it doesn't work that way. Your education, getting more educated, it's good, maybe. If you want to make more money or be more independent, sure, go for it. But if you think that your education or career is going to influence your sexual market value, you are straight up wrong. These things, your education, career, those things are never going to enhance the sexual satisfaction of your man. They are never going to enhance the sexual satisfaction of your man. Like I said before, a woman's sexual market value, she only gets it when she's born. Anything you achieve after that, they cannot increase your sexual market value as a woman. I keep seeing women make this mistake. Again, a lot of women have it in their head that if they pursue goals, careers, achieve big things, then that gives them access to high value men. No. If your sexual market value is low, your career is not going to help you. Any achievements will not help you until you are able to do things that are going to increase your sexual market value, especially if it wasn't given to you when you were born. And one of the main things is your size. The other one, I'm just winding up. The other one is what affects this sexual market value, the SMV. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but this is the truth. This is the truth. The more men a woman sleeps with, the more her sexual market value declines, takes a nose dive. Remember guys, I said sexual market value is a woman's desirability by men. So a woman might be desirable by men at face value. She might be beautiful, and that by face value in itself. Just a guy, what I mean is, when a guy meets that woman not knowing anything about her, of course her sexual market value is gonna be up high if she's beautiful, has her weight in check. But once the man realizes that her body count, or she has slept with a lot of men, then her body count, then her sexual market value diminishes, reduces, starts taking a nosedive. So guys, here's a Lamborghini. I'm just going to give a real wild example. And for those of you thinking that I'm objectifying women, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just being real. We are living in a real world. We have to tell other people the truth. I dish it out. I'm okay getting it back. Here's a Lamborghini. Guys, remember I mentioned about a Lamborghini earlier when I started. So here's a Lamborghini. You go at the dealership and you see it looking really nice, cleaned up, waxed, rims, chrome rims, everything shiny. Very nice, you want this car. But once they pull out the history of the vehicle, and you start seeing that the Lamborghini has had 20 owners, the Lamborghini has been taken to numerous speedways, racing tracks. The Lamborghini has been driven in the desert, has been driven in sand. The Lamborghini has basically been abused. Now tell me, if you are the buyer, will that change your idea of buying that Lamborghini? Are you gonna buy it? Are you gonna go ahead with the purchase and ignore all that? Of course not. You're not a dummy. That's why there is the history of vehicles.